Hey, I'm your host, Sydney B. You've tuned into the Beehive on The Social B Show. We're kicking the show off with the Malice at the Palace. Later, we'll be dating naked, and of course, after that, we'll be playing some games with a few of our lucky fans who just so happen to be a cute little couple. But before we get into today's topics, let's cover some hot topics on the Sting. First up, at Tennessee State University, a dice game gone wrong leaves one person dead and 2 students wounded. 19-year-old Cameron Selman, who is not a TSU student, was killed in the shooting. As a result, political leaders within the community are now protesting for a change at the university, stating that if a change does not happen now, it will become known as Thug State University. Now, I think they may be pushing it a little too far, but that's just my tea, so I'm going to keep on sipping it on. The University of Virginia student files a $3 million federal lawsuit. Back in March, Martise Johnson was thrown to the ground, shackled, and suffered a bleeding head wound during his arrest outside of an Irish bar in Charlottesville, Virginia. The lawsuit against the Virginia Alcohol and Beverage Control and the 3 officers involved states that the ABC violated his constitutional rights by unlawfully detaining him when they assumed or when they arrested him because they felt as though he was underage drinking when indeed at the time he was 21 years old. Johnson seeks $3 million for his suffering of physical injuries and severe mental anguish due to the egregious nature of the agent's actions. Pistons versus the Pacers. NBA, anyone? Ladies and gentlemen, the season is underway and it is currently happening right now. The Pistons versus the Players, they're actually playing right now. So when I think of these 2 teams playing, I can only help but think of 4 words: Malice at the Palace. For those of you who may not be familiar, back in 2004 when these teams played each other, it just wasn't pretty. So let's take a look, shall we?
Played a very intelligent game tonight. Then Wallace is fouled, and Wallace Wallace right at our chest. This has potential to be serious if they don't get between. Wallace upset. Players trying to hold each other off. Steven Jackson and Rasheed Wallace trying to be peacemakers. Now Jackson yelling. Wallace still going. You need the coaches in there to get him away. Jackson challenging Derek Coleman. Somebody should just get Jackson. The problem is, if Wallace is ejected, I'm not sure. He'd have to walk past the Pacer bench to go. Now Artest has jumped over the scorer's table and is trying to get down to the bench. Artest is in the stands. Oh, this is awful. Fans are getting involved. Steven Jackson's in the fans. Rasheed Wallace going into the stands. The security trying to somehow restore order. Fans and players are going out.
Fingers crossed, hopefully there will be no altercations between the players or even the players and their fans. But speaking of the NBA, the Nuggets versus the Lakers. They will be wrapping up tonight's games at 10:30 p.m. tonight. So who's going to take home the win? Some say the Lakers, but I have a lot of people in my ear saying the Nuggets. I'm thinking it's the Nuggets, but hey, that's me. So I think they're going to win at least by 15 points. What do you say? Let us know what you think or who you think is going to take home the win on Instagram and Twitter at The Social B Show. Before we can wrap up things with this thing, you know we must talk about the buzzkill of the day. A naked Oregon burglar hops into bed with a couple but discovers that the husband has a gun. Richard Dean Diffusis broke into the couple's home, collected a few valuables of course, but he didn't stop there. Richard then found his way into their bedroom, stripped naked, and then climbed into the bed, on the husband's side that is. But that's not even the kicker, ladies and gentlemen, because he puckered his lips and gave the husband a kiss while he was sleeping. The husband woke up to Richard sitting on top of him with a knife, and after immediately pulling out his gun, Richard quickly slipped on his clothes and ran out of the house. 3 shots were fired, and fortunately for Richard, none of them hit him. Police later picked him up in an abandoned house and booked him. Haha. 2 thumbs up to you, Richard, because you made our buzzkill of the day. We have to take a very quick break, but when we return, we'll be dating naked during Tea and Honey. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Jabari Anderson, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to ask students a couple questions about dating. So here we go. Watch out. Hey, how's it going, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good myself. What is your name?
Joshua. My name is Joshua.
Okay. Hey, Joshua. Well, today I'm going to ask you a couple questions about dating. Okay. So the first question is, what are the rules in dating?
Okay, the rules of dating. Let's see. You have to ask her out first.
The rules in dating. Well, there's so many. I'll just give you my top 3. Faithful. Be faithful to your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
To be respectful, to be honest with each other, to actually get to know one another. That's like the biggest thing, to actually take out the time to get to know the person that you're talking to.
First date doesn't matter where you. Well, it does matter actually. It can't be too simple, but you gotta have fun. You know, it can't be like boring. You know what I'm saying?
Be trustworthy. Like, I have to be able to trust you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And that was Ashley. Back to you, Sydney, for the Social Beat Show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's society, we're too afraid to care too much and fear that the person whom we're talking to doesn't care at all. Which is why here on the Social Beat, we're dating naked and giving love a try, like Beyonce and Luther Vandross said, and the closer I get to you. Joining me now for Tea and Honey is Joe Green, Micah Witt, Giancarlo Williams, and Tia Briggs. Welcome to the Beehive.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So here at in the Beehive, we love to, talk about the good and the bad, but let's just go ahead and start with the bad. What makes an unattractive man and an unattractive woman?
Simple.
Bad breath. It's over if you got bad breath forever.
So she can be
It's over. If you got bad breath, I will never talk to you. Like
never.
Scar for life.
Because her breath stink?
Yes, that every time I see you, I'm gonna think about your breath stinking.
Every single time.
So what about morning breath? Like, are you okay with morning
I
breath?
mean, that's understandable, but if I see you in class, no, it's no excuse.
Okay. So, sex on the first date. Why is she a hoe, but he's the man?
Whoa, she is not a hoe.
She is not.
I feel like she's a very honest woman. Maybe even in some countries a go-getter. And we can take that, and like we could take that and we can apply that in life. Maybe she's the type of woman that goes and gets what she wants in life, so that in some cultures makes you a good woman.
What culture is that? What culture does that make you a good?
Speaking in general,
I look at it. I feel like as a woman, if you have sex on the first date, I don't think that make you a hoe. I feel like what makes you a hoe is if you out having sex with just anybody and everybody. Now, if you meet a guy and y'all vibing good, you feeling his combo, you feeling the energy, we grown. We all grown now. I feel like it's just because I had sex with you the first night, I'm not gonna label you a hoe. Like, it's not even that serious.
I feel like she only a hoe if the people know, because you know what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Because you could probably have a body count of like 15, but if like can only vouch for like 3 girls or like three bodies, then you good.
Okay.
In some cultures.
And stop with the cultures. Okay, so now let me ask you this. When you're in a relationship or you're talking to someone, does the body count matter?
I don't even ask.
I don't ask either, for real. But if I find out though.
You want to know what you're getting yourself into before you get into the relationship, especially if it's like you're around the people on a college campus. Most of the girls that is a part of his count, you probably know them. Right. So.
But see, I feel like it's so childish to ask that question. Like, any guy that gives you an answer, you should look at him and think he has a diary, because you really don't know. Like, you really do not. I don't know one guy that remembers literally every single. I mean, you're right, but estimate not an exact number. I feel like I don't know one guy that knows the exact 100% number. You can round, of course. You can
carry the one.
So, can she be in the double digits?
Hell no.
I don't ask that question.
Well, yeah, why would you know?
Yeah, we don't ask. But
eventually, if I'm getting to like you, I might just say, so how many people you ever had sex with? But that's not going to be a question that's really on my mind, because if I feel like if I'm attracted to you and I'm trying to get to know you, you probably not even the type of girl that's just going to have a whole bunch of bodies.
I feel like it shouldn't be a deal breaker regardless. If you are into that person and you're into their personality, then ultimately it shouldn't be a deal breaker.
It shouldn't be a deal breaker unless you have sex with somebody in my friend group. that's the only time it's a deal breaker. I can't be with you if you have sex with like my best friend or somebody that's in my org that I'm like real close to.
If she did, then you shouldn't be talking to her.
Bingo.
Exactly. That's kind of nasty. Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. So, who's responsible for initiating the conversation?
It all depends on who like who. If I see
You
you,
talking about like
I'm
if
gonna
we're
walk up to you.
dating?
Like, yeah, like dating, like talking.
Oh, dating. Oh,
Like talking.
Like
talking.
Like whoever
I feel like-
went to bed with
Yeah, I feel like it should be 50-50. It should just be mutual and it should just vibe. Like, yeah, it definitely should just vibe.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to hit you up Monday, Tuesday, and you hit me up. It just should be. We shouldn't even
Whenever I'm
think
thinking
about
about
that
you.
question. It should just be natural.
See, it should be natural, but here's the thing. People think about it. Like, it's like that real big gray line. Like, you know what? I can't text her or I can't text him because they ain't said nothing to me.
I feel
Oh
like
my
more
God.
girls
Girls do
really
that.
be
Think
prone
about it.
to.
Girls do that.
Yeah, girls be more prone to. Oh, I'm not gonna text him if he don't text me or blah blah blah. Guys, I feel like we just go with the flow. We just shoot our shot.
If I'm thinking about you, I'm gonna text you.
Yeah.
If
Or
you
call
thinking
you.
about it. I know boys who go tit for tat with it.
See, like,
Just
yo,
saying, like,
you're
it's possible.
just
That's
the
game
only
right away.
person like making the effort, then I look stupid. I'm not gonna be the only person making the effort if you're not making the effort because I don't know if
Some
you're
guys
into
are
it. So
bad
you have to
texters.
put forth that same effort that I put forth and vice versa.
So, I mean, I understand that some guys are bad texters because some women are also bad texters. But where's that moment where you stop being a bad texter?
Call me on. This might not ever happen. Call me on the phone. We can face-to-face interaction is much more effective.
Okay. So that I can't text you, huh?
You can.
I gotta
but
call you.
You know how it's gonna be.
Okay.
If a whole relationship is like you just starting talking to someone and it's all based off of texting, they're probably not that into you and you're probably not that into them. If nobody's gonna take the extra step to call,
Precisely.
meet
True.
up, FaceTime, something like that, it's like, what are you doing?
A phone call is pretty risky too, though, especially if like they haven't been responding to you via text. They probably won't pick up. But say if they are a bad texter, like previously mentioned, and they talk more, then it could be the latter.
So do you answer or do you avoid?
It depends on who you are, and like say, you know what I'm saying, what our previous conversations was like. 'Cause
Also,
say
it
if we into
depends
this
on what I'm doing, how I feel, maybe what I ate that day. Like I don't know. It
What
just
you
depends.
ate?
Like it just really it depends. Like just I feel like if I don't text you back or don't text you back that fast, me knowing I have a problem with not really texting back fast, don't take it offense. Don't take offense to it.
Because you're bad at it.
Yes, it's just like.
Okay, as long as you know and are able to swallow the bullet that you.
I also know that face-to-face interaction as well as on the phone is much better. I feel like that'll take in place.
There's
for
more
me being a
chemistry
bad
too that
texter.
way.
Okay. Now, since we're still talking about dating and talking, is it necessary that when you're in those stages to lay down the rules, like the standards?
Like what rule specifically?
Okay, like I'll give you a prime example. Like if we talking, like some people kind of get a little catty where if I'm talking to you, you can't be hugging all of these girls. You get what I'm saying? Like things like that. Like is it necessary for it? And if so, what rules are really necessary? Because me personally, I feel like if we talking, you not my man and I'm not your girlfriend.
But see, that I feel like that's right there is a risky situation because now you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with feelings, you're dealing with I'm liking this person, I'm giving this person my time, you're dealing about what you dealt with in the past, so whatever. It's so many variables that go into that.
Okay.
As far as like laying down them guidelines, because as a woman you can say, oh, you know, we ain't really like that, so I'm cool with you doing this, but that can change in 2 weeks. You never. It's
That's
just
true.
women, just how women is, and sometimes guys, but how women is just.
I was about to say, let's back it up. Like, why is it only women? Like,
It could be. You could tell a guy he could think it's this, and then he end up expecting something. I don't know. I just feel like it varies. It just changes. You'll be so much surprised at how much change after time.
True, and it also depend on sex too.
Mm.
Really, you know what I'm saying? If we
That's
not,
true.
you know what I'm saying, touching in that way, how you gonna give me rules, really? You know what I'm saying? We ain't really broke that plane, really.
so let me get this straight.
Giving me rules.
I can only give you a rule if I take my clothes off for you. Is that what we're saying here? Just so the people can understand. Is that what we're
When
saying?
you put it that way, I'm not sure, but
Not
when
that
I
way.
said it sounded way different.
Okay. But it's the same thing. Like that's really just how you said it. So
I feel
essentially.
like, I
Personally.
agree. I feel like it is stipulations from when you're talking to somebody. If you having sex with this person, she's more times out of females, they have more expectations.
Wait. Can we drop the female word.
Okay. Well, I feel like
in general, like in life, just drop it. Don't need it. Women, we're not female rabbits. We're not female lizards. We're just women.
Okay.
Human beings.
A woman is a female is the same thing.
No.
What's the difference?
Because a female can be a female animal,
A female
a human
human.
being, a female alien, a female what?
A female human right now.
Well, a woman.
being that's different than a male. Opposite of male is a female.
You don't hear women calling males males on a regular basis.
That's a personal choice.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the
there's
same
derogatories
word.
behind female.
You feel like it's derogatory?
You don't hear anybody saying a male like that male. Y'all say that
Yeah.
female.
Because you want to say
I
that
say
bitch,
female
but
a
you're
lot.
not going to say
I
that
say female
bitch.
a lot. I don't feel like anything is wrong with saying female.
Well, you're not a female.
But I wouldn't mind if you said, yeah, that male right there. I just say, crazy.
Interesting choice of
weird.
words.
Like, it's not, yeah, exactly.
Well, that's because it's something that you're unknown.
Yeah,
like
you're
it's not
used to
common.
saying it. That doesn't mean that other people don't find it like not necessarily horribly offensive, but it's still like, why is it being used? There's so many other words.
So, on the topic back of our dating issues,
I think that could be a dating issue. 'Cause
Really?
If you said that to me in just regular conversation, I probably would never text you again.
so the word choice matters in dating. Hey,
Everything matters.
The word female it does not matter.
Okay.
Female, woman, girl.
2015. Wow.
Okay.
Mama, that'll matter.
So-
Female doesn't matter.
so then what words do matter? What words matter?
In the relationship.
Yeah. Like you never really think about it, but what words really matter? Like where is it to that point where you kind of like watch your mouth?
I
Like
don't
where's your
feel
hard
like
line?
a woman should call her man a bitch or anything, but I also don't feel like a man should say the same. So maybe that word is off limits, not only socially, but of course in the relationship as far as the like respect goes.
I feel like it's anything like that, like you said, is disrespectful. Female isn't disrespectful. I feel like I'm gonna just
Okay,
like that for
outside of the female aspect of it.
We're just both be wrong. That's fine.
Okay, so we can agree to disagree. Okay, so talking about standards, social media standards. Are there any when you're dating someone? You're in a relationship, nothing. So
You know how far to go. Like if that person was standing right next to you, you can do it. It's okay. But if you're like you're standing next to me and I have to like go around and go away and do it, then something's
Oh,
wrong.
I thought you meant like making announcements or pictures or whatever.
that too, like that's still another
All that
aspect.
should stay off of social media, honestly, if you want to keep it genuine.
I mean,
you
like,
can
I
put
agree,
picture
but
profile pictures,
I-
but like
I agree, but I feel like it also depends on like the age and just what type of woman she is. Because I know some girls that just don't even care about social media, don't even look at it, don't even care about it, don't want to look the like. That's just not even worried about that in their life. They more worried about them as a woman. And better
So
woman.
rare to find too.
Yeah, so I feel like it just depends on the female. Because I know a lot of girls that care about that. You got to post me on Instagram. Don't be tweeting on other girls. Some girls
Don't be
even
favoring
think
tweets of
that
girls'
deep
bodies.
into-
You know, it's just-
So okay, let me stop you because this is what the girls do. So then what do the boys do? Like is that something that y'all don't care about?
I truly don't care.
You don't care about nothing that happens on social media.
But I can say that I've never dated someone that was really raunchy on social
Yeah,
media
me
or like
either.
even was really a
But see, me,
participant
I
on
did.
that.
I was dating someone that she expressed her feelings, like how she feels. She always put that on Twitter. I didn't like that because I'm like, that's just childish. It's like we so grown, you shouldn't have to go
Tell
put
me.
it.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Tia, you like you got
Don't
something.
Tweet me.
You like you got something brewing.
I just feel like social media should stay that, and you shouldn't really put too much of your personal life on there.
Man,
See,
Gotcha.
okay, but
You shouldn't associate that.
women aren't gonna go on guys' pictures most of the time. There's some ladies, of course. There's some of either gender or whatever, but usually they're not gonna go on a guy's picture and just write the stuff or like it or whatever that guys do. So how would you feel if you were talking to someone who did that?
Yes, like that was getting ready to be my next question.
Like that went on other girls' pictures.
I went on other guys' pictures and commented stuff like,
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I probably wouldn't even find out really. I don't be lurking
if I
that
did
deep.
find out, it just depends on what type of level we are. Like, that's how I look at a lot of stuff. Like, if I don't really mess with you like that, or we're not really even on that serious level to me, regardless of how I feel, I'm able to like disclose, like put how I feel away and just understand, like, it's not my girl. What am
So
I
what
tripping
if-
for?
But no, if she is your girl
yeah,
though.
she's just doing, maybe she's not saying like a lot of stuff, but she's still doing like hard
A little kissy, yeah.
put emojis
She's,
everywhere.
we won't say
Yeah,
she's
yes.
promiscuous, but you know, she got the little heart emojis because he
I
fine.
wouldn't be feeling it.
Yeah.
That's just the realness of the real. I wouldn't be feeling it because it's just like, why do you have to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Elaborate.
Guys do it all the time, though.
Yeah.
See, we do it just cause. It's just like.
So why can't a female just do it just because?
If that's your real reason, if you really just like.
Yeah, they're
just
not gonna go out and
but
find this
9
guy.
times out of 10, girls be having hidden. I'm not even gonna say girls. People be having hidden agendas. Like if you really just,
Exactly.
if you
Men
really
have
just
hidden agendas
flirtatious,
all the
and I just
time.
have to accept that quality in you, then that's different. Just like with guys, that's just what we do. You just gonna have to either accept it or not find out about it. One or the other.
Okay.
Wait, just to put this out there, the only social media rule that I would really want my girl to really follow is like, don't be out here sending DMs to dudes, you know, putting your like number in DMs.
So do you send DMs though?
No,
Are you sure?
I've replied to a DM or two in my day, but I won't.
Yeah, you reply. You won't say.
DMs.
Well, replying is like sending a DM too. You know.
In some cases.
Yeah.
Culture.
You entertained it.
Yeah.
So do you reply to DMs when you're in a relationship?
It depends on what type of DM it is, but no.
What if you get a naked DM?
I might save it or screenshot it, but I'm not gonna reply.
You gonna save it? Yes.
That's
Like,
worse.
why are you saving it? Tell me why. Why? Why are we saving it?
For the group me maybe or
Okay.
something. But girls don't really be just dropping news and like DM. Just a wild situation here to just you know what I'm be talking about.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So now let me ask you all this. Well, really for the ladies, can you change a man for the better? And if so, how? No?
No.
Why?
That's just, first
I
of
don't
all,
agree though.
that's
Okay,
too much
hold
work.
on.
It's too much effort to put into someone.
And you can
Who
go
has
find
time to do
someone
that?
Actually, do
Yeah.
what you want them to do.
That's basically it. It's not that you can't. You probably could. I'm not sure, but who has time for that?
Okay. Okay. Joe.
I just feel like it's time and maturity. It's
Mm-hmm.
like that really play a big part because like a lot of people say, oh, you can't change a guy, but really, if like guys get hurt too and we change, like that is possible. Like a guy can go through some like really. I feel like the best thing to make a guy change to me is just quit messing with him. That really make us be like, dang,
Yeah, break his
what I'm
heart or
saying? Like, I
something.
really liked her, and we probably not gonna do that to the next girl. 9 times out of 10, most times, hey, you really can't. But I feel like sometimes, yes, you can change a man.
Okay.
True, because one time I got caught cheating, and like I was hurt that like she would even go to even find out that I was cheating, and she broke up with me, and that put me in a better position to not only think about cheating carefully, but to also maybe not cheat anymore.
So that impacted you not to cheat.
Yeah,
That's good. You know, that's
Yeah.
called karma. Have you cheated on somebody before she cheated on you?
there's too many cameras to just be at. No, I haven't.
You don't have to.
Anybody.
Don't lie in the
I've cheated on
beehive.
mostly everybody that I've dated, but now that I'm a grown man and I'm matriculated.
Oh my God, they're gonna be knocking on your door.
But I'm a good person now, though.
And growing up,
Yeah.
it's life. It just happens. I
Okay.
just feel like just learn from your mistakes and just try to become a better man at the end of the day.
Okay.
That's the
okay.
recipe.
That's the recipe, huh? All right. So the famous saying is, "You can't turn a hoe into a housewife." Is it possible? I think it is.
It is possible.
I think it is. I think it's the reason why I said that I think it's possible is because I think that it's depending upon the person who it is. Like what you do when you're younger and everything else. That's I mean, if you got a free spirit, you got a free spirit. I'm sorry. Your body kind of is the way that it is what it is. But when you're ready to settle down genuinely and you find a person, I think maybe, you know, it's possible.
But at the same time, it's not too hard to revert back to them legs.
Vice versa.
One broken
I
heart
think
away
so.
from going back to those ways. But it also depends on what type of hoe she is. Because
Excuse me.
Yeah,
The type of hoe she...
there are variations.
I'm sorry.
Like, say if she one of those, I'm single, I'm going to do whatever I want type of hoes, she going to remain single and doing whatever she want to do. But if she's a hoe that truly wants to better herself and the culture...
Let's call her a slower.
You asked the question.
I know.
I'm just asking the question.
I know.
But if she's somebody that like you said earlier was a free spirit, maybe got pilled at a couple house parties her freshman year, and she realized that was wrong, then you can maybe cover your junior year, senior year after the people that hit her freshman year have graduated.
But also, you gotta think about the, the emotional hoes, the ones that really do be trying to fall in love and just mess up.
Give 'em a
Just
breakdown.
thinking like, I thought this guy really liked me. You gotta think about it's many different type of hoes.
Okay, can we call them slores? I was not aware either. Like, this is a a nice little dictionary of the different types. Okay, the different types that you can have.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take it a little bit more personal. Think about your relationships with your parents. Or your relationships with your parents, or even like your parents' dynamic in their relationship? Do you feel as if those relationships impact your own relationships and the way in which you carry yourself when you talk to them? Why? How?
Well, I feel like not having a female not having a father or not having a mother, that a woman having a father and not having a mother, that does play a real big impact in when they get older, as far as like abandonment issues, looking for love, not a woman not really knowing how a guy's supposed to.
Yes, like you got all of okay.
And as far as a male, I mean, same thing.
What?
Same thing. To say about the women's perspective, I feel like I know I've watched like my mom get hurt a lot in her relationship with my father, so I don't necessarily go out looking for stuff. I keep to myself basically, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's probably like looking for love to fill that void. Like that's how they say certain females go out into the world, but it can be a complete 180. I don't have time for it. It's not that important. I'm trying to take care of me and what I need to do, and I will get there when I get there, and it's just
so
serious.
Let me ask you this, and seeing like your father hurt your mom so much, is there kind of like a wall as far as like when you do kind of take that path, like someone approaches you and wants to talk to you, do you have like that security blanket because it's like I feel like you're gonna hurt me, or is it kind of like their relationship is their relationship and I'm building my own path with someone different?
I mean, I kind of try to take it from all perspectives, but I don't try to rush anything.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to call that a wall necessarily, but I definitely don't try to rush anything. I don't try to go head first into something. I really think about, and I think that goes into also you have to be comfortable being alone and knowing who you are by yourself, because if you you don't know how to just be alone, whether it's hooking up with somebody or you have to be in a relationship all the time. You don't know how to do it because you've never had to do it. So if you're insecure in yourself, then you're not going to just run into a relationship unless you're really, really feeling someone.
Yeah, that's true. J. Cole said it the best. You got to love yourself or nobody will. Yeah, you like that? Good one.
You have to have a personality, because some people spend like their whole high school, college, whatever in a relationship, and they don't even know like what their own personality is, what their own interests are, what to do on their own downtime.
And that messes you also up in the real world, because if you really don't know how to be alone, you're going to struggle, because anything that make you feel wanted, you're going to want to cling to. Anything that make you feel like you're special, or like you're just going to want to cling to, and that's not good.
Okay. Well, since we didn't discuss all the bad, what makes a good candidate for a man and a woman?
I like confidence. Someone that, say, when she walks in the room, she's very confident. You could tell just from her glow, her aura, that she knows who she is. Maybe her walk, maybe just her overall energy.
Gotcha.
That's what really attracts me, is pretty much what she isn't saying.
I don't really care about that. She's cute, bad and cute. That's typical. I look for ambition and how diligent you are. Like, what can you really offer? Like,
gotcha.
Don't just be a cute face, like, as regular. What really can you offer, and what are you trying to do with life? What's your drive? What are you trying to inspire to do? Are you trying to create, like, just what are you trying to do?
That's
know how to
important
cook.
with men
There's a
too.
lot of stuff.
I think it's important for men to also know how to cook. Because I don't want to be the one cooking all the time. But I think it's really important, or for me, I try to look for someone who's not so into social media drama or even like popular crap. Like, I need you to be a real person underneath your shoes and your
so you don't want nobody trendy.
Watches. You can be trendy.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with being trendy, but that can't. Rarely do you find a guy that's like not trendy, or rarely do you find a guy that is trendy and has something else under there. That's somebody who's really super trendy. But you can find someone who, I mean, you can be trendy, but certain guys just, you don't have to tweet about shoes and retweet pictures of girls and stuff like that. Read a book, like watch a TV show, like do something else. Like, I don't know. I just want somebody who can like bring more to the table than just that, I guess.
Content.
Yep. And you know what, just to piggyback, because this is a really good point. I know we might be talking about the good, but I think like a really, really big thing for guys and even for women, because I've seen it on so many women pages. Stop uploading pictures of weed, of lean, and everything else, and guns. Like, we don't need all of that. Your personal life is like your personal life, and I feel like that's something in which I should be able to get to know. Like, if your social media tells me everything about you, well, what is there for me to know? Like, I know you, the world knows you. Everybody who needs to know you pretty much knows you.
Maintain some mystery.
Exactly, like some type of mystery. But at the same time, stop incriminating yourself. Like, please, like, I can't bring you home to my family on account of the fact that
your Instagram and know all the crap that you post, and then
like,
how are you gonna get a job on top of that? Like,
how?
Why your family gotta see my Instagram?
I have certain friends that will post on Snapchat them bottles, smoking weed, but see, I will not. I smoke weed, but I will not put that on Snapchat. And it's just, I don't know. It's just my personal preference. Like, I don't know. I just won't. I remember I put 2 bottles on Snapchat. The next day I was like, no, I don't like it. Delete. I don't know. I just don't be.
Yeah.
That's just how I am.
Why do you
I'm
have
more
to brag
secluded.
about it?
Yes, like, and another thing I think is too, like, really, really big is when you do it all day long, and we see it all day long. Like, you showing me that you don't have no job because you smoke all day long. Like, it seems like your job is really just running to the weed man house, coming back, uploading a picture, and that's it. But who pays you? Nobody, because you paid everybody else to be able to do this. If he is, then yeah, like, don't. But at the same time,
really undercover that.
Yeah, you the weed man. It's all back. Why are you incriminating yourself?
Okay, yeah.
Like, why are you incriminating yourself? I would just kind of feel like as a man and as a woman, you just hold yourself to a higher standard in which that you want everybody else to view you as, so that way you don't have to get so angry when someone says an opposing thing about you.
All of that stuff that we shouldn't do. What about the men that don't incriminate themselves, that maybe post a picture of themselves?
Well, those are the good
bow ties
candidates.
and books.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
I just wanted to make sure that
yeah, you don't gotta be like with a book. Like, you can be regular and like having fun, but it's certain things where I just feel like personally you should draw the line.
I mean, that goes with men and women. You shouldn't have a drink in your hand in every picture for what?
Yeah.
That's cool. Everybody does it. You're not the only person. You're not the only person popping bottles. You're not the only person spending a lot of money on drugs or whatever.
Gotcha. So, unfortunately, we are all out of time, but I would definitely love to thank all of you guys for coming on because the conversation was wonderful. But before we go, guess what we have? A tease for the bees. So, pretty much the question is, what travels around the world and stays in one spot the entire time? Let us know your answers on Instagram and Twitter at The Social Bee Show, and be sure to tag it with #Tease for the Bees. When we return, we'll have a couple of fans join us, and we'll see just how much they love each other. Once we come back, stay tuned. So welcome back. In the studio with us today, we have 2 of our lucky fans who just so happen to be little lovebirds, Miss Carlos and Jonathan, as guests with us tonight. And we're getting ready to challenge them to see just how true their love really is for each other. Y'all think y'all know each other well? Yeah, are y'all sure?
Yes.
All right. So we're getting ready to play a game. And this game is what I like to call, how well do you know your boo? Y'all think y'all know? Y'all like that, huh? How well do you know your boo? Okay. So y'all think y'all got it? All right, so the rules of the game are pretty much going to be simple. I'm going to ask both of you all 2 questions each. I'm just going to banter them back and forth, no specific order. When I ask these questions, the answer, you both have to write them down. Once you have completed your answer, you have to reveal it. And we're going to see how well y'all know each other. Okay. Who trying to go first? Who ready? Jonathan. So, Jonathan.
If I am Carlos, okay? If I'm watching TV, what am I watching?
You got to write too. Don't let them see. Y'all think they know each other? Oh, I can't see Jonathan's answer. Excuse me. I'm going to be honest, Jonathan. Oh, you ready? All right, it's on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes! We got a good start going. So, okay, so that y'all watching the Lions game. That must be something y'all do together quite often, huh? Yep. Okay. All right, Carlos. If I'm Jonathan, what's the first thing he noticed about you?
First thing he noticed about me, I don't think I understood the question for real.
What's the first thing he noticed about you when he first seen you?
When I first saw you,
Oh,
I said to myself, girl, who you looking good for?
let us know. Keep going. You ain't got no more? Just a little song? A little serenade. Oh, we done?
Yeah.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is just beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, Jonathan. So, Jonathan, what is one thing that Carlos wishes that you didn't do? Oh, this is serious. You got this one. Okay.
You said something that he wishes that I didn't.
That you wish I didn't do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to think about it.
I'm trying to make
You got a list. I'm just wondering. This man over here seems quite ready. He's firm within his answer. This is either a good sign or a bad sign. It's either she.
Specific sign.
You know what? Very specific. Are you trying to?
I'm trying to.
You're not gonna write us no passage.
No, I'm trying to see how I'm about to word it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We got a couple words.
Give us a
Jonathan.
word. What you got?
No. Like what? Y'all not playing the game right. Did you write your answer?
Ask the question again.
What's one thing that you wish that Jonathan didn't do?
Something I'm gonna stop doing.
I guess it's a lot of things. Carlos!
Okay, I mean, his way to switch up.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You don't like him staring at you?
It's like a different type of stare.
Is that your mama stare? Mm-hmm. You in trouble? No, that ain't that.
Dang, I thought about that too. The toothpaste thing.
So, seems that we lost the question there.
Okay.
Now, whose turn is it?
It's my turn.
Your turn. Okay. When was our first date? I don't think Jonathan knows.
Before or after we were together?
Before.
Okay.
You can't have a first date before and after you get together.
I don't know. Okay.
So we should do it after.
No, you should do it before. It's before. It's your first date.
All right, this is what I would say.
Okay. Did you give an answer?
No, I was looking at the camera.
Because I feel like you are. All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Mose. Okay.
It was it.
It
was it. I thought you said, okay.
So.
It's okay.
I'm just going to make the suggestion that maybe collectively y'all go back, get to know each other a little more, okay? Start remembering the dates because y'all only 50-50 with the questions, okay?
That's okay.
All right, that's okay. I know because y'all love each other, right? Y'all like each other. All right, so we got a new game. So we got a new game. Y'all ready for the next one?
Queen Bee.
It's called Banana Poke.
Okay.
All right, so just go ahead and lay your clipboards down.
Okay.
All right, so the object of the game is pretty much where teamwork makes the dream work. I don't know if that'll help you, but I just felt the need to say it. Okay, so pretty much how the games go, you guys are going to hold each other's left hand. With that left hand, I'm going to wrap it up so that way you can't like break apart or anything like that. And I'm going to give you each a banana.
Okay.
The object of the game is that you have to peel this banana, but you can't use your mouth. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's see those left hands, shall we? All right. I was a Girl Scout, you know.
Okay. What kind of knot is this?
This is what I call the Sydney knot.
Okay.
I.e., when you putting that scarf on at the end of the night. There we go.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready? So here's your nanners. Ready, set, go.
Are we competing with each other? Or
Oh, you know,
these are not.
I just gave you the rules. Oh,
Hold on. Uh-oh.
she was practicing. All right. Who got this banana?
Me?
You do?
Here you go.
Yep.
It got to come out the peel and everything?
No, it just got it. Ew, Carla's got it. Okay, Carla's won. Okay, so Carla's won the banana peel. But truthfully, I just thought that y'all
How to
was...
do this, 8 boys.
Yeah.
Alpha man.
Alpha man. I just kind of thought that
Oh, 6 to the brush.
this peeling business, that maybe somebody would have used the other person to
I
peel
was thinking
the
this.
other, but you know, that's where the teamwork. But we gonna go wipe your hands off now because
gonna start over?
Yeah, no, you peeled the banana, smashed it all up everywhere and everything like that. So
Like that. I don't have banana.
it's okay. You was ready. All I knew is that you was ready, huh?
He can lick it off for me though.
All on the show. Put your hands down. What y'all? Excuse me. We getting a little risky. I tell y'all, we dating naked and everybody just ready tonight. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. It was such a pleasure. And thank you to all of my guests who I had tonight on the show. But before we go, remember that tease that I left all of you bumblebees with before the break? Okay, so if you forgot about it, the question is, what travels around the world and stays in one spot the entire time? Drum roll, please. A stamp, of course. Think about it. You just stick it there. Your mail goes all the way around the world. A stamp knee slapper. So thank you to all who joined in the game and played with us. It was such a great moment to have you all. So we're out of time, but thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We've learned about relationships, we've learned about love, and we even got to see how well y'all know each other, even though y'all got to go back to the drawing board.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's perfectly fine. But always remember, be honest, be humble, be you. I'm your host, Sydney B. Have a great week.